Hi, Nicola. Thanks for joining me. Obviously, you're going to be running a Introduction to Data Governance workshop at our upcoming Data Governance and Master Data Management Conference in March. Obviously, I'd love to hear a bit more about that. Can you give the viewers who maybe don't know you a quick 30-second introduction into yourself?
Yeah, of course, Andrew. It's lovely to see you again. And so I'm Nicola Askham. I'm known as the Data Governance Coach, and I help organizations understand and manage their data better. So for 21 years now, I've been doing data governance, and I spend a lot of my time these days training and coaching people so they can do it successfully.
Great stuff. And obviously, you've run several workshops with us, but the one particularly is around Introduction to Data Governance. And one of the key themes in that is turning theory into practical actions. Can you share kind of a key piece of information or advice for people who maybe understand data governance theoretically, but are finding it a bit of a challenge to implement?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question, Andrew, because unfortunately, a lot of people think that data governance is something that you can perhaps copy what somebody else has already done. So people like to find the standard data governance frameworks that exist, and they really want to do a copy and paste. So they understand the theory, the framework makes sense, but they can't get it to work in their organization. And I think that's because they've totally missed that they need to ideally design from scratch. But even if you want to start with a standard one, you need to tailor it and make it right for your organization. Otherwise, you're just doomed for failure.
Great. And can you kind of give us maybe, without revealing too much, kind of a common challenge in that area and kind of maybe a solution that you've applied around that?
Yeah, so many, but I think the one that I would share the most is about maybe the roles and responsibilities around data governance, because even in my own training course and this workshop, I will share 6 roles that are kind of my starting place. But I think everybody thinks that we have to have those roles, but they might not be right for your organization. So it might just be that the title doesn't resonate in the culture for your organization. You might have a very complicated structure, or you might have data that is really hard to find one data owner for. So what I teach and what a lot of other people will teach in training courses and in books say these are the roles, but we don't mean you have to have every single one of these roles as written. You have to adapt them and consider what's right for your organization.
Absolutely. And obviously, you kind of live and breathe data governance. So I suppose a question for you then is, from your experience running these type of workshops, what's the most rewarding aspect for you, and kind of what do you hope attendees take away every time they attend?
Yeah, well, I think because obviously, I've been doing this a long time now, but the first few times were not very successful. And I really wished I'd had somebody there giving me some really practical advice. So what I really love doing and what I find the most rewarding is giving people practical actions to go away with. So I can give them the theory, but I can also tell them how to go and make it work for their organization, so that I'm kind of fast tracking them around all the pain that I experienced the first few times I did it.
Great stuff. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a really good session, and I know I'm looking forward to it. We'll have the usual faces there as well. So I look forward to seeing you in March.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you then, Andrew.
Cheers.